Wow, Newcastle United into the top 6 of the Premier League. Who'd have thought that'd kick off yesterday? This is the Toon review. Hi everyone, I'm Paul and welcome back to another episode of the Toon Review. On what has to be said is a surprising day to see us 6th in the table prior to today's kickoffs, of course, but 6th in the table. Never thought that when kickoff happened yesterday. Very interesting team. Obviously Kraft coming in for Manquillo, giving him a bit of a rest. We saw Shah, Fernandez and Lewis. Shelvey and Hayden in the midfield, which seems to be the way at the moment. ASM back on the left hand side and Hendrick on the right, with Joelinton just playing off Wilson. Started fine. We looked really good in the first 20 minutes, half an hour of that game yesterday. Obviously took the lead. Brilliant goal from St Maximin. Cut left, cut right, and then slotted a right hand shot past Nick Pope, who a right foot shot I should say, past Nick Pope. He got a hand to it, but he was never keeping it out. The conditions yesterday were absolutely horrific. It has to be said, they were terrible. But to our credit, we kept going. We looked really good in that first half. So comfortable. Burnley rarely threatened us. They didn't look as if they were going to threaten us any time in the game, to be fair. But when the second half started, it was like Steve Bruce told the players that Burnley had none of the ball, so we have to let them play a little bit, because the first 20 minutes of that second half, we were pinned back. And obviously Burnley got their equaliser, which they totally deserved. Cross came in and a lovely volley into the corner of the net. Darlow didn't stand a chance. And at that point you're thinking there's only one team that's going to go on and win this. Very concerning. However, then a touch of magic from ASM again. Got around the defender, absolutely burned him for pace. And that pinpoint cross for Callum Wilson, he's going to love those kind of deliveries this season, and he just had to tap it in. But it's not all about the fact that he just had to tap it in. Yes, ASM's run was brilliant as well, but Callum Wilson knows where to be. He knows where to be at the right time, he knows the right spot to be in, and that's what I'm talking about, a proper striker. Joelinton played just off him. Now I think that is going to be a good position for Joelinton. He's not going to play wide because he's not going to get in front of St Maximin or on the right hand side, whether he plays Hendrick, Murphy, Fraser. You know, we've got options on the wings, but I think Joelinton may find his position as a partner for Wilson, just sitting back in the number 10 role. Unfortunately at the moment it's not looking good for Miguel Almiron. I don't know what's going on there, whether he's had some sort of falling out with Steve Bruce, or he's not performing in training, or I don't know what it is. But you know, some people have made comments last night saying they think there's been a falling out. Obviously Bruce hasn't commented. The only thing he said about Almiron is he's done really well in training, his work rate's fantastic, so we don't know what's going on there, which is a bit of a worry because he didn't even come on yesterday. Having said that, I think Joelinton did very well in that number 10 role. He's putting himself about now, which is what I want him to do. You know, we've all been crying out to see a bit of you know, using the power and strength he's got to hold defenders off. He was working so hard last night, playing some nice passes off and you know, holding defenders off and getting back and working to get the ball back. That's what we want to see. And I think given time, maybe, just maybe, he could have a good partnership with Wilson. I know I've hammered Joelinton and I've hammered him and hammered him and hammered him. However, you know, if there is a player in there, hopefully we're going to get to see it, if he can strike up a good partnership with Wilson. And it did look promising last night. We go on and win the game with a penalty. You know, again, the ball comes across. Fraser just misses it, but obviously was taken out by Nick Pope as well. You know, I'm not sure Nick Pope could have done much about that. He came out to try and get the ball from the cross. Both missed it, and then Fraser goes over the top of him and it's a penalty. Strange one, but I'm not going to argue. We've had 2 penalties in 2 games, which for Newcastle United is a it's a very big rarity, I tell you. But all in all, a good performance. The only thing really that narks me is Hendrick on the right hand side. I know a few other people feel like that. I just feel we'll look a little bit unbalanced. I know why Bruce plays him there, because obviously he plays him there, and if we're not seeing as much as of the ball, then obviously Hendrick can come into the middle and help out with Shelvey and Hayden. But when we're playing teams like Burnley at home and we're going for the win, why not be a bit more attacking and put maybe Murphy or Fraser out there? If it's not working, you know, if we're getting swamped in the second half, then maybe bring Hendrick on just to shore the midfield up a little bit. But against teams like Burnley at home, I feel like they're going to be around us. You know, just go for it. You know, the league table, these are the type of teams that we've got to try and go up against and win. You know, and not just sit back. So play some attacking players. But, you know, first half was brilliant. I was really pleased. And the second half of the second half was really good as well. Once we got in front again, we looked comfortable. We didn't, you know, Burnley, to be fair, didn't look like scoring again. They did go at us a little bit, Burnley, and I'm surprised there wasn't a red card for them at some point in the game. Bardsley just terrible. I mean, he's going to do nothing for Burnley this season. Ashley Barnes, you know, we saw Son sent off for a similar thing last season. You know, when Manquillo went over the top of him, he definitely kicked out, but he's that kind of player, Ashley Barnes. He's an irritant. He gets at players, and he keeps going. I don't like him, but I can see why Burnley do. And obviously, whoever's team he's in, he's going to be well liked because he's a workhorse and he winds defenders up. There's no doubt about that. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the performance yesterday. We come away with 3 points. We cannot be picky because the weather was just dreadful, and given the circumstances, I thought we played very well. That little bit at the start of the second half was a poor showing, and we all did get a bit worried when Burnley equalised. However, we showed resilience to come back with a bit of magic from St Maximin. Hopefully he's not too badly injured, maybe just a bit of cramp yesterday. He seemed okay when he gave his pre-match interview, so that was good to see. We get a couple of weeks off now for the international break, but I will be continuing to do the videos just if there's any latest news or just to catch up and see what's going on around the club. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, do hit the subscribe button and press that notification bell so you know when I do upload a video. If you've come back again, thank you very, very much. It means the world to us to have all these subscribers coming on. And catch me on Twitter at the Toon Review. And in the meantime, stay safe and take care.
Be strong.